All right. How about now? Can you guys hear me now? I don't even think they can see the sign.
Oh.
Doesn't sound like they can.
All right. Perfect.
They can?
Yeah, Anthony just said yes. Thank you, Anthony. I appreciate you on that. So welcome to Titan Talk. We got some new setup, guys, so I appreciate you guys kind of suffering with me there for a second and giving me some feedback on that. So we got some new stuff in our setup. You guys can't see, but it's going to make life eventually a little easier. But today you've got me and Lieutenant McFarland, our local talent here.
That's right.
We've got Aaron Black with us today. He's going to go over some daily pay items and just kind of get some things straight on that. If you guys have any questions, so be sure to hit us up in the comments with those and let us know. We'll direct those to Aaron and get us all straight on that. So Aaron's going to go over a little bit of the daily pay stuff for us and kind of just bring us to terms with that and let us know what's going on.
Yeah, thank you guys both for having me. So everyone should have got an email to their employee email address on file that says Daily Pay went live this week. For those not familiar with Daily Pay, basically, if you work a shift, you can get paid for the hours you work that day. In the email I sent and in eHub, there are materials and links to follow to sign up for a new account if you don't have one. You go on there, it's an app you download to your phone, you sign up, and basically it'll say if you work 8 hours at $10 an hour and you want to take out $80 that day after your shift's over, you're authorized to, so you don't have to wait for payday. People find it helpful when they're running low on money, finding themselves in a pinch, or just have an emergency come up that they need funds immediately. They do have a charge, so it's $1.99 if you want to get it the next day. It's $2.99 for same day, similar to an ATM fee.
But the one thing we want to make everybody aware of is that's not a charge Titan does. That's actually from Daily Pay.
Correct. That was something we definitely want to communicate, so I put that in all the emails. This is not going to Titan. So if you want to use your money and you want it before we pay you, you have to pay someone else to get that. Kind of like a loan, but it's just an ATM fee, so it's super small. Daily Pay has their own support line. So if you call or if you get your pay stub on payday and you think there's missing hours, missing time, missing money, you call Daily Pay directly. They handle it. I don't get into Daily Pay on the back end like I do our normal payroll. And so in all the communications, eHub and your email, it'll have the links to Daily Pay support.
Gotcha. What is the most frequently asked question you get or HR as a department gets for Daily Pay so far? I know we just started this week, but some good talking points.
People are slow to trust that Daily Pay gets the information correct from us. So I don't think my pay's right from Daily Pay because we started this week. It went live Wednesday, 12 a.m. And by this morning, I think it was over $2,000 that people have taken out. And payday's today. And so we've already got a few emails. Hey, I don't think Daily Pay tracked my hours right or my pay. And so you can email hr@tpc.com, tpcsecurity.com, and we'll go over those questions and we'll make sure all the confusions.
Now, just out of curiosity, we had mentioned the help email that was set up as well. Can they email that email as well if they can? Or is this something you guys want directly to the HR email?
So my understanding is the help email was meant to be specifically for Lighthouse, but it'll get routed to where it needs to go. So we would prefer you go straight to HR.
So we got a little bit. Roses is complaining about the audio. Everybody is jumping on him. It's hilarious. Telling him, Roses, you need to turn your volume up. We appreciate you stopping in, but you got to turn your volume up. Appreciate everybody stopping by. Thanks for the comments. So Daily Pay has been active since the 2nd, correct?
Yes.
So has it been tracking the pay since the 2nd?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And if there's any scheduling changes, Daily Pay reconciles a whole 30 days prior. If you worked an extra shift or you stayed late and you have more hours on your account, Daily Pay checks in with us 3 times a day automatically, 8 a.m., 4 p.m., midnight, and they update their system to match our scheduling system.
Okay. Out of curiosity, I don't know I've been kind of with the tech side,
No,
trying
you're
to make
fine.
sure it's correct. Did you mention the how fast if they work a shift from noon to 8, how fast does it take for that money to become available to them?
Yeah, so 8 a.m., 4 p.m., midnight. If you have a shift on there during one of those times, Daily Pay is going to pick it up and allow that time to be yours to take out. So if you work a 9 to 5, Daily Pay will know at 4 p.m. If you work 6 in the morning to 2 in the afternoon, Daily Pay will know at 8 a.m. So 8, 4, midnight. Those are the times they pull your schedule.
So a question I have is, and you may have answered it, I just want to double back. How much of so like let's say I work a shift from noon to 8, and at what point in time I can get that, I go to access it. How much of that shift's wages can I get? Is it the whole shift, or is it percentage?
For the first 2 to 3 weeks, I believe up to 80% of that.
So that could be some confusion for people if they're like, hey, I should have gotten paid. Let's make it easy. We'll say $100.
Right.
And 80% would be 80. So they're like, hey, I should have got 100, but I only got 80.
Yes,
So
that's
that would
because
be-
Daily Pay on their back end holds 20% for the first couple weeks just to ensure everything goes through with implementation properly.
Right.
After that, we have not decided yet as a company if we're going to let 100% go to the officer immediately.
Right.
And that's out of my hands, but we're going to figure that out, and HR will communicate with everyone.
Did I say double back?
You did. So this is great. Aaron, you get to see what we go through on this right now. Leon is attacking McFarland and saying he doesn't know what double back means. It's great.
Circle back. That's the other
Circle
one.
back. There you go.
We'll circle back to that later. No, so that was one of the ones there's a question I actually had that I was curious about. But other than that, it sounds like you guys have had some people are confused about the actual pay, and so I think that might be part of the problem is because there's only a certain percentage.
Right.
And then at some point we're going to go to 100%.
That is the plan.
Okay.
Yeah, that is out of my hands.
Right.
But as Lieutenant, surely you've gotten emails, calls, questions about Daily Pay.
Yeah.
We've gotten a few.
Just direct them to HR.
Yep.
Order this video. Hey, he explains it right here. So we try to not to rehash
Orientation.
multiple
I
times.
think you.
We're coming up. So, and that's another thing is for orientation, we're coming up with a new slide that'll have the Daily Pay stuff on it. It'll have all of that information, so that way there's access to it right off the bat, and it'll help hopefully get some of the questions answered when someone first comes into the class and gets everything squared away.
That sounds like an HR job.
Okay.
You want to make that slide? Absolutely.
I do. Actually, I have the slide. I
Perfect.
didn't know. Yeah.
He's gonna
So
put
we have all the
together-
new hire orientation materials ready, handouts and slides. We could put in the PowerPoint for Todd.
Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah, and that way they can go up, scan it, and take some
Yep.
right to it, and it gets us more subscribers. So.
Perfect. So
Okay.
Leon actually said we're adding those next slides next week. I don't know. We're getting those from you guys, so we'll get those added in. So we've got that taken care of, so we don't have to worry about it.
Awesome.
So
Yeah, you guys are doing a daily pay slide and daily pay slide, and then we'll do one for this podcast we're doing.
yeah,
Separately, so that way
they don't get mixed up.
questions, the duty belt videos, other videos that we've posted, they have access to, so that way it's not confusing for them.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
How are you going to advertise this podcast? I would say make a QR code. It takes you right to the YouTube.
That's
page.
exactly what we're
That's
doing.
I'm talking about.
Okay.
So yeah, we're gonna do a QR code they can scan and put up on there.
Got it.
So, no, yeah. If there's any questions on this Daily Pay, you guys hit
Or
us up real
anything.
quick.
Surely there's questions for HR.
Oh, absolutely.
They come in 3 or 4 an hour.
Yeah, does
I would
anybody have any
assume.
questions that's watching this other than how often I use my hands?
we're
My hands
getting.
are bigger than your head, Rezes.
He's waiting for you to start scratching your head. Leon is. They're all making fun of McFarland for the size of his hands now.
He's an easy
they
target.
can't see you right now. So no, I appreciate everybody stopping by. Aaron, thank you for being with us today and giving us this information so we can, get it out to everybody with making sure that get as much information out there so that everybody has that as possible.
Yeah, definitely.
What else has been going on in the HR world before
Yeah,
we
give us a little bit more.
transition? Since we got our first
401k.
guest.
401k starts next year.
Okay.
We've narrowed it down to 2 or 3 different providers. So we're going to hash out all the details at the end of this year, and we'll start that up first quarter next year. That's the plan so far, unless anything changes. We are also, we send out that monkey survey asking the employees things you would like to see change. 401k was one of them. Also, better health benefits was another. So we are.
I know you guys are digging into that too, aren't you?
Looking around for alternatives to our current provider. So
That's good. Well, that's always awesome. Getting better benefits for the team out there is always a good thing. Yeah, I hear it too. Getting a little bit of feedback.
Could be the plate in my head.
Usually the plate in your head.
Metal detectors.
Talk amongst yourselves while I try and figure this out.
So he's going to try and troubleshoot this. It looks like everybody's just making fun of me on the chat here. Baby McFarland hands waiting for me to start scratch. I was patting my belly or patting my head and scratching my belly at the same time, but the camera wasn't on me.
Well, here, you can do it again for him.
There's no need to send out a survey monkey. He's right next to Coop. So I can't do it twice. Yeah, I can.
There you go. He's trying it again, guys. He's giving you guys live feedback on that.
Like a circus. Yeah, I think the 401k, obviously, since the survey, that's one thing we get a lot, and the benefits. We get mixed emotions. Some people are like, "No, I have a better provider because my spouse, does this job and they provide better and stuff like that." But for a job that your body is, in danger a lot of the time, it's not bad to have good benefits and have those programs for guys. So.
Oh no, definitely. And we've got a lot of complaints in the HR email and our admin staff saying, "Hey, these benefits can definitely be improved," or the deductibles are so high I could just pay cash out of pocket.
Right.
And so we hear everything, and we're doing our best to put the wheels in motion to get that figured out.
Well, and that's the whole point of this podcast, is to get a lot of that feedback. For that feedback is the good and the bad. So if there's something that we're not addressing that is affecting our employees, and it's hard for them to channel that up the chain of command, sometimes this is a good place for them to do it. It's also a good place for them to come roast Lieutenant McFarland, apparently. So
we can make that the title of today's podcast. Also, I get a lot of emails. Actually,
Billy, you're exactly right. I do need glasses. I'm stubborn, and I refuse to get them. So I have some readers that I didn't bring. But yeah, this entire tablet.
Billy is absolutely. They're absolutely lighting McFarland up right now. Billy is telling McFarland he needs glasses because he keeps pulling that screen super close to his face.
I do. I can't see very well, so that's what this whole tablet's for.
Our healthcare currently does have vision, so
there's some good information there.
You can't see how little the text is, so it's not just me. It's bad eyes, and this is mini.
That's great.
We tried to get it live for you.
So this is the first pay period that weighted overtime is kicked in.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Probably have gotten 4 emails today asking about, hey, I work this shift at 40 an hour. I should get paid 60 an hour for overtime.
Right.
Normally true, but a lot of companies approach it with a blended overtime approach, which is what we're doing now. And it's fair for the company and the employee, whereas before it was not fair for the company.
So let me take a shot at it, because maybe my layman's terms will help the rest of the employees that don't think like HR does and knows how that works. Basically, if I work 5 shifts in a week and the last 2 shifts are overtime shifts, just because of the hours, and the first 3 shifts were at $25 an hour, and the last 2 shifts were at $12 an hour, you take the difference, correct?
Correct, yeah.
So in that case, it would help the employee, because in the past they would have gotten overtime for $12 an hour,
which would have been 18.
Yeah, versus the blended. So to help people think that it's not the company trying to take more of your money, it's on both ends. It's to blend it, so it's being more fair to both.
There are rare cases where their overtime shift goes into, hey, this is going to be 60 an hour,
right?
And instead they're getting like 51 an hour for those
blended,
shifts.
Yeah.
And but normally it's for people that are picking up the lower end paying jobs, and
It's running a little behind.
it's helping them even out their overtime.
I tried to pinch zoom and I almost lost the page, so I'm just going to keep it how it
Here,
is.
give it here.
We tried to do it sideways, but you know what? I don't even want to read the comments after today anymore. So you guys can just yell at the wall about me, and I won't have to see it and be hurt by it.
I am going to go back and read the comments.
Oh, you should.
We should have one for you, but you're
I
our first
will
guest, so you
leave
get the
my
bare
own.
minimum. You get the bare minimum as the first.
I don't know.
But,
Does that make it any better?
Congratulations, you are the first guest. I guess we really didn't. That is a little better. A laptop.
Yeah.
First of many, I hope.
No,
Yes.
it just went away. You know what? Like I said, they're being mean to me today, so I'm not going to give that fire oxygen. So okay, so basically it's blended, so it's working to the benefit of both. Because like I said, if the shifts you're working that are in overtime are less, let's say you pick up a shift, and our officers will understand this, they're towards the end of the week and they want some extra hours, and I give them a shift and it's less than they normally make, but they just want money. That overtime will be blended to what
Correct.
their normal or most often work shifts are for that week.
In most cases, your overtime's paid higher.
Right.
We did email out a weighted overtime average
The
Excel
calculator thing?
spreadsheet. Yeah. And so if anyone had they want to know what they're going to get when they work a shift, they just plug in the numbers, plug in the hours. It'll tell you right there. So
Right.
has been helpful.
Okay.
But people still had questions, so
Yeah, well, and I think when people, there's two things my father taught me this a while back is for a company not mess with is your free time and your money.
right.
You know, so when your time off is off, leave them alone, and we do that. And I think people are seeing this as an attack on their overtime, and it's not. It's essentially a blended approach to it that, as far as I know, is required. So we don't have an option here as far as from what I understood.
Correct.
Billy, to answer your question, I don't think we're saying that a monkey is smarter than McFarlane, but I think it's a close race.
Yes. Hey, they're pretty intelligent beings, so I'll take that.
I mean, we sent one to space. We still haven't sent you.
Yeah, I would love to go to space and just not return. Take my family, my dog. We're getting out of here. This place is going down the drain. So,
Leon is saying that, though.
he just wants to send me to space.
No, little monkey is smarter than you.
What?
So-
How did that even start?
The whole monkey thing you guys were doing was a circus.
Oh, yeah.
Eh.
So what else? Anything else going on in the HR world? HR always kind of seems boring, but you guys always have a lot going on.
Well, today is payday, so all payroll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just all
thanks.
payroll.
And it's not lighthouse concerns can overlap into scheduling issues that overlaps to payday, and so we're going to get it all hammered out. Last payroll, no corrections necessary. 100%
Awesome.
perfect.
That's good. And that's coming off of new systems and new clock-ins. And I mean, you guys.
A new
we're
payroll
all-
person.
Right. We're all in this together, but
So-
you guys have been doing a really good job. You know, because a lot of the guys will come to us first and say, "Hey, this is messed up" or something. And with the new transition into positions and all the programs we've been going over in the earlier podcasts, we appreciate you guys helping out a lot with that. Because on the operations side, we usually kind of get the initial blowback from it, and we have to direct them your guys' way and stuff. So I've seen a significant drop in people having any issues HR related. So.
Got it. I think that's the first time you said
A
good job.
compliment to you? Yeah.
Yeah,
It-
you didn't
it-
do that
it's not the
5
fir-
years when I was recruiting.
That's not the
Well,
first time. It's not the first time. It's
we don't
been a
wanna get
while,
there.
but it's not the first time.
Yeah, actually, I do remember after you took over this job after 5 years of working here. So I think this is you finally found the spot for you.
Roses is going to write a book on reverse psychology. Leon is saying saying don't buy it, but he's spelled buy wrong,
Ooh, yikes!
and so now they're roasting him on that.
Yes.
And he's saying that you had his keyboard, so this is great.
I have a keyboard.
You had his keyboard to misspell it. Leon spelled buy as by. Don't buy it.
Oh, I can't. It's been a long week. So, I don't think we have anything big for the weekends or anything HR big for the weekend.
Not appropriate to say on the
Stay
microphone.
healthy.
A big thing with this weekend is it's going to be moderately warm with high humidity, so that
Yeah.
staying hydrated is always as important as always.
I think we've had a couple heat advisories, maybe 1 or 2 a week go out, and so anytime that the Weather Channel sends us, hey, it's going to be hot over X index, then we'll send out that heat advisory. Just make sure you stay cool. Most of our posts are inside though, so
A good majority of them are. It's really the patrol guys, and like I explained in an earlier post, going in from that AC of the patrol car, and I was guilty of it too. You don't feel like you need to hydrate as much because you're cooler in the car, but when you're popping in and out of that car, that extreme heat to cold, it's hard on your system, and you cramp easy. And if you're situated with a suspect or somebody that's got something going on the side of the road or outside a building, and you're having to sit on that for a while, you could be outside for extended periods of time still. So it does happen, but yeah, we're hopefully most of the guys are being safe and staying inside when they can. Keeping the external patrols to a minimum, but just make sure we hydrate. A lot of comments going on.
There is. Most of them are just, it's hot, drink water.
Does anybody have
boom done?
any HR questions?
Yeah. Any questions for
Yeah.
HR?
Yeah, so we got our HR specialist in today.
Payroll,
HR
benefits.
guru.
Let's get some stuff taken care of. Billy says she's off this weekend, so she'll stay hydrated. With laughing, so we all know what that means. Billy, that's bad. No.
That dehydrates you.
Yeah, it dehydrates you. It's the exact opposite of what you
facts,
should
yeah.
be doing. But no, yeah. Any questions for our HR specialist while we're here, payroll, anything like that? Let us know. Get them in the comments. We'll see what we can get answered for you guys.
And for people who watch this after the live feed goes off, hr@tpcsecurity.com is our email. You can call dispatch and ask for HR, but they're already tied down with millions of other calls. So if you just email us, it gets response within 24 hours. Always.
Leon's got a phenomenal question here. How do I sign up for benefits?
Is that a?
That's a question. How did he wants to know?
Was there a laughy face behind
No,
it?
no. I mean,
Okay.
someone's
All
so
right.
serious.
He asks questions that would be
he'll-
good for the officers.
Exactly. He'll ask questions that are ones that we wouldn't
Okay,
think of.
got it. So once you're here, 60 days, I will enroll you into our benefits provider. They will automatically send you an email that lets you create a username, password, and then it goes into the system that lets you select the benefits you want or decline to elect. And that's it. I get sent a report every month. So you have to be here 60 days, and you have to check your email because they only send you that information via email.
Is there you said you have to be here 60 days. Is there an hour minimum requirement? They have to be, above 32 hours a week. They have to be labeled as full time.
They do have to be labeled as full-time, so part-time does not qualify for benefits under
What
our coverage
qualifies as
plans.
full-time, not
32 hours a week.
32 hours?
That's what I thought.
Averaging.
Yeah.
So if you worked 8 hours this week, but you worked 100 hours the next week, that would still
You would
qualify.
probably be upset if we had somebody scheduled for 100 hours.
I would see it, yeah. Well, one of our new lieutenants has a lot of hours.
We're going to continue on. So Roses asked
Behind the curtains.
Roses asked a moderately decent question. That's right, Roses. It's moderately decent. He said, "What days do we get paid?"
5th and 20th of every month. If payday falls on a weekend or a holiday, it's the Friday before or day before, always.
Perfect. Ryan, thank you for the comment on the cameras. The added technology is actually a wonderful thing that we've got in the stream, in the podcast now. So it allows us to bring this third or potentially even fourth person in and let us banter back and forth.
Yeah,
everybody.
knock on wood. We've actually had very minimal complications, and Coop's been good about going back and forth between. We had a little feedback in the ears, and we were a little quiet to start with. Or wait, no, that was just Roses didn't have his volume.
That was just Roses that didn't have his volume up. Leon asked another phenomenal questions. Actually, two phenomenal questions. How does PTO work at Titan, and then when do I start getting it?
Okay, currently, you have to be here a year to qualify for PTO. We are looking into that because that's just a long time, and
John, welcome to the podcast.
we always want to improve our officers' experience here. So currently the policy is you're here for 1 year. After that, you accumulate 2.27 hours every pay period. That's every 5th and 20th. It automatically adds to your account. Every year you're here on your anniversary date, that goes up by 1.36 hours. So you're here the third year, you're making 3 hours a pay period. Fourth year, 5 hours a pay period. So all you have to do, be here a year, and then you'll start seeing the PTO accumulation come on your pay stubs, and you can check those.
I will add this just because I ranked up rather quickly while I was here.
You did, luckily.
Once you gain rank at corporal, sergeant, lieutenant, and then move on up from there, your PTO incurs, or each time you get PTO, there is a larger amount of hours, I guess.
Right. Right. And we're currently capped at 6.5 hours
Per paycheck.
per paycheck.
Yeah.
Yep.
And then, so the question on that is, with going with rank structure, if I remember correctly, and I'm glad I have our HR specialist here for this. If I remember correctly, once you say you get rank in your first 6 months, you get corporal. Do you start accruing PTO at that point, and then it's from that yearly going forward to there, or how does that work?
I can alter or update PTO for an individual upon the director of operations requests. So if he says, hey, we got a new promotion here, we want him to get PTO or benefits start accruing immediately, we'll make it happen. And that's not uncommon.
Okay.
Were you addressing the question from Billy?
No, that was actually when I just kind of thought about myself, and then Billy actually came up with a question right as I said that. Can we start accumulating it when we first start after the 60 days, kind of similar to what they do with the benefits?
That is an idea we're rolling around. Of course, it goes to a couple different people to approve.
Right.
So I agree. A year is kind of an archaic approach. We've had that since 2017 at least, and so we are looking at updating PTO policy, accrual start times, and stuff of that nature.
Perfect.
What was the other question then too? That was actually a really good one. Well, a decent one.
Leon, I'm a little upset at that comment. I did think of that by myself. Thank you very much. I'm actually very proud of that comment.
Yeah,
that
you stole
question.
it from Billy. Then
Someone
No, I
texted
said
to
it
him.
just before Billy's comment came
I
up.
think the comment came before. I
You
can
can
start
think
seeing
that
it.
all you want.
I can see him now.
Did too. We're not doing this. We're not bringing up. We're not being 4-year-olds here.
I just like when him and Ryan Smith went into it.
Let's start picking on him
we
about pumpkin
diverted
spice.
Oh, actually, it's a very good topic you bring up. I read somewhere that the end of August is when they're going to start having those, so I may have to dabble in a pumpkin. Do you drink pumpkin spice lattes?
Let's wait until like October to worry about fall.
No.
That's not how this works.
The more you think about fall now, the sooner the heat waves and heat indexes go away.
But then
It's
come
all
fall,
right
you're going
over
to say,
matter.
man, I wish it was warm out.
No,
I do
I
not
don't.
enjoy pumpkin spice.
Well, that's good.
That's the question.
James, thank you for the question. Corporal Jensen said that he is accruing 1.67 hours per pay period. He was told that management gets a higher amount of PTO, as we just, I believe, as you just said.
Yeah.
Did you bring
It's
your notepad?
time based.
All right.
Is that correct?
Correct. I would request that he emails that directly to HR so I can sit there, read it, research it, provide him a proper response.
Perfect.
Billy. Pineapple on pizza.
We're not going back to pineapple on pizza.
Yes or no?
I've had
Okay.
it. It tastes pretty good.
Okay,
Yes,
so
it
fine.
does. Savory and sweet. Savory and sweet.
Gordon Ramsay says no.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Gordon
well-
Ramsay absolutely says no.
Have you seen the way he makes scrambled eggs?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
did.
He
It-
puts,
it's not actually-
Free-fresh in 'em. No.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, you could. I've heard you can. Put
That's a
them
little
away.
excessive for my taste, but it's not
Yeah,
bad.
it's way too much. Just crack 'em, a little bit of milk.
Rosa says absolutely not a pineapple on pizza.
Well, his opinion doesn't matter. Especially for pineapple on pizza because he's like a cook. So everybody that's in the culinary field doesn't like it, but us
People who
peasants
eat
that
it
doesn't
like
do
it.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yeah,
James
I'll eat
says
pineapple.
no pineapple on pizza as well. But James, to answer your question, if you have any full detailed questions about how that breaks down, feel free to email HR at TPC Security, and they'll go ahead and take a look at the full thing and give you a full breakdown on how that stuff goes out for you. Connor, you do not eat your French fries before you eat your burger. You eat them along with them.
Yeah,
I
it is
don't
a
know how many
mix and
times that we
match.
have to tell you this.
This
This is a serial killer. When you no.
I actually eat my fries before the burger.
You do
At
not.
least at Five Guys because they give you a whole bag.
Wait.
Yeah.
So you
Hold
no,
on.
No,
I
he
got to
won't
put you
get
on
to-
camera for
yeah,
this one.
he will
Okay.
not
One
get
more
to-
time. Say that again. You eat your fries
The
before.
entire bag of Five Guys fries before I bite my burger.
Before you even touch your burger.
Yep. It's still
What is
wrapped,
wrong with you?
being
Yeah,
warm.
seriously, I'm gonna have to agree. Like this is
You go
like
back and forth.
sociopathic here.
If a little ketchup slides out the back of the bun, that's what you use a French fry for.
I've never seen Rosa so happy. I am not alone! Exclamation marks all over.
Well, it looks like
Billy, you can't agree with him.
Ryan Smith's got a great.
Yeah.
question.
So here's a
Toilet
good
roll.
one.
All right.
Toilet paper over or under?
Over.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I feel like Rose's. Does
I think
under.
I even seen the initial request for copyright. The toilet
Yeah,
paper's over.
it's over.
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw that. You can actually look. You can look that up on Google. By the way, if you think it's under.
One of my favorite things to do is set it on the roll, and the roll on the holder, and not even. And ours are little flip up, so it's super easy. My wife goes insane when I do that, and then if I really want to get underneath her skin, I'll do the under. And it creates a fight, but it's, it's worth a little bit
I
of
used to
enjoyment.
do if I ever felt like I was being ignored in the house, I used to do the same thing. I just put it on top because that would force the confrontation of, hey, this needs to. I'm like, oh, so you can still talk to me. Leon says you need to be in a straitjacket. I don't quite disagree, but I don't think they make them in gym muscle size.
He doesn't eat his fries for his burger?
No, none of us do because we're not sociopathic.
I'll have a couple and then bite of the burger.
Yeah.
And then back to the fries and then back to the burger. And I'm not even a huge
And you've been to
French
Five
fry.
Guys.
Yeah, well, you
Yeah.
save those fries for later. You put them in an air fryer, and bam, you're done. You got extras for later.
Well, I got a big belly, so I'm eating every single fry
Trust me.
and the whole double burger.
I'm a professional eater, so I know how to make it taste good and enjoy the experience, and it is a little bit of both. I don't even know a good analogy, and I'm full of analogies. Why would you?
The problem is the fries are so many, and then I just get one little burger. So I'm like, all right, well,
Well, that's a very good point. Sushi or tacos?
tacos.
Tacos
Sushi's
every day.
gross.
Sushi?
Tacos.
No. Tacos?
I have to be careful with
I
sushi.
gotta be careful what I say here.
Raw
'cause
fish?
I was about to say they're overrated. They're not overrated. They're good. Tacos.
I'd say it depends on the
It
taco.
doesn't have to be raw fish. You can get California roll or like a dynamite roll.
I don't like California roll.
I don't like the seaweed. The texture, it's kind of like
I definitely don't like
Put a
seaweed.
little of wasabi in the soy sauce.
See, my thing is I have to be.
Oh, now it's probably gonna have,
My-
to, hap-
my
have
pro-
to happen tonight. Sushi.
My problem with sushi is I like sushi, I do, but I'll go with tacos every time because with sushi I run the risk of running into shellfish, and I'm allergic.
Yeah,
My problem is I
probably
don't
not.
have the ability. If I see it and it's sitting next to the sushi, like I'll eat it.
No
Like so,
self-control.
exactly. So I have to watch that for that. Roses is the hot dog eating champion.
Oh, thank you,
and
Sparks. I
I'm
resemble
a little pro eater.
That's fair.
who said that?
Todd Sparks said
our,
that.
our, one of our instructors.
Resemble a pro eater.
Tacos on Tuesdays.
Sushi on other.
Days.
That's not too bad.
That's fair.
Definitely a Taco Tuesday here and there.
Yeah, but then they're super busy.
Yeah.
It's almost. I'd rather pay an extra $1 for the taco on a Wednesday than a Tuesday to eat in peace.
Leon's making fun of me. I'm allergic. Wah wah wah. You want to take me to the hospital? I'll
No.
gladly let you take me to the hospital for
You
that.
already know that nothing would kill you, so you would just.
I'd wake up in a hospital
You're
with a
like the honey
laptop.
badger when he gets bit by.
We
like,
could
the
always
poisonous
take you for
snake.
seafood and just bring Benadryl with us.
Doesn't work.
Oh,
Give him
Yeah.
like 16 minutes.
I've tried that.
He'd probably fall asleep.
No, they don't even do that to me. But no.
Hot dog eating champion. I'll put you in the hospital.
Don't tempt me.
What's some other controversial foods? Duos. trying to think of another one.
like face-offs?
Yeah.
I don't
Tacos
know.
What do you think
and
about-
sushi was a good one.
Tacos and sushi is a really good one. But I stand by my
You're talking two different genres there.
Leon won't even. Rosa says Leon won't even meet me in the parking lot.
Yeah, that is true. Me and Rosa set it up and invited me, and I figured 2 against 1, we have at least a better chance.
Leon never even showed.
Yeah, fight in the parking
Can you
lot.
believe that?
He happened to be at range and couldn't show, but
But he
Are you
could
gonna
have
defend
shown.
your honor, or are you going to teach our new officers how to shoot? One or the other. What's more important?
And that's now resolved. So you guys know.
That's actually a good point too. I was at range yesterday. You guys do have range coming up for the new guys and the guys that are requaling and pre-qualing. Our range is outdoor, so it's usually breezy. But because of the humidity lately, it is very warm out there, and you will fatigue faster, and it'll affect your aim. So make sure
That's where that
you're eating-
hydration keeps
yeah,
in,
well,
and,
yeah,
and
exactly.
if you
Get
know you've got range coming up, pre-qual on Thursday and range on Friday,
get some
make sure you're
carbohydrates in you, and
you good.
Yeah, I don't know.
On the
Maybe I-
flip side, be thankful it's not middle of January and you're at the range standing out there.
It's difficult
So-
to manipulate a firearm with gloves, so you got to.
Yeah.
We suggest you don't do that, so it can make the weapon malfunction. So yeah, it's
Billy's saying we
Oh,
need to
yeah.
do a Mexican food night on Saturdays and have a team bonding.
And we live stream it.
problem with that is we're 365 24/7 is it's hard to incorporate everybody.
Yeah.
so it's
We do that when we hold events. You know, we'll have food that we hope everybody enjoys, or we'll do a Dave and Buster's every so often for Christmas and stuff, and we invite everybody out. But that 365 run time makes it difficult for everybody to come out and enjoy the events going on.
Yeah, we try to spread it out as best we can, and we used, before COVID, Ryan would always have a nice Christmas party at some place where people could come on duty could come in and get some food
Food
and snacks and
beforehand.
stuff, yeah. I just thought of one: McDonald's or Burger King.
That's not controversial. That's Burger King all day.
Are you what?
Yeah.
Absolutely not. Absolutely. What do you think?
Well, yeah, Burger King.
So you're telling me? Oh, I have an even better one because To be honest, it's kind of close, but I'm going to lean more towards McDonald's. But
Of course you would.
Casey's or Quick Trip?
Casey's, hands down.
Casey's
For
or Quick
pizza,
Trip?
Casey's.
No, for any of the food.
Well, if you had one on either side of the street and you were going for lunch, which one would you choose first?
Oh, Casey's. I
Yeah.
like their food a lot better.
Casey's is hands down killing it in the gas station game. Quick Trip had the idea of all that hot food and working patrol. There's nothing open at 4 o'clock
Yeah.
in the morning, and I worked overnights for a long time, so I got burnt out on Quick Trip food. But it was the
Not
only
true.
thing I could have.
Donut King in North Kansas City open 24.
Is there really?
7.
Yeah, in uniform, I should go to a Donut King. That's a
I mean, that
really
would
good-
perpetuate the stereotype there.
Yeah, I don't eat donuts that often, let alone
Billy, and
doing
that's
my work.
kind of going back to that. That's kind of how it goes. Is whoever shows shows, but at the same time, we want to make sure that we are able to include, at least try and get as many people to those events that we can.
Alfredo or spaghetti? You mean marinara? This is coming from like a guy that's like ran multiple
Ex chef.
Yeah. Alfredo marinara. Yeah, here a curveball. I put a little bit of each,
Disgusting.
50-50.
No, you don't.
Usually it's actually a little more Alfredo than it's almost like a red and white sauce. Wait till you try it. It is
No, you don't.
fantastic. I come from an Italian-sided family
I would say
who
I
considers that sacrilegious, but it is delicious. It's really good. Trust me.
Oh,
Not
no.
until you try it.
It's a easy way to get kicked out of Olive Garden. Just both. No.
Rosa says that's rigatoni sauce.
Yeah, I was gonna say it actually is technically a sauce, and it's kind of, but I do a little more Alfredo than marinara, and so, but I make homemade Alfredo, which a lot of people can't do.
I can't do it.
It's fantastic.
All right,
Just
gentlemen.
basically
I'm
butter.
sure I have a full inbox of HR questions, concerns. So I'd
So
love to
again-
chat all day with you guys, but I got to.
Real
We-
quick,
we
we
care.
appreciate Aaron coming out, being our first guest on our podcast with the new setup. So thank you, sir, for coming out, answering
Definitely.
some of those
Appreciate having me.
How
daily
was your
daily pay
experience?
questions.
Great.
1 to 10.
I would give it a solid 9.
I'll take that.
Fantastic. I'll take that.
Would you be a guest again?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, anytime we have big HR updates, we'll pull you in. So
And I'm sure, I'm sure not everyone knows we're going live, and so just always keeping the word out. Hey, every Friday at 2, and you can have a countdown.
So we actually do 2. We do one Mondays on 2, and we do Fridays on 2.
Okay.
We didn't do Monday this week, unfortunately, and I do apologize for everybody who was waiting for it.
I was out. That was partially my fault. So
McFarland had some personal things he had to handle, and with everything going on, I was unable to get it going, so I do apologize for that miss on Monday. But we're here Friday. We had our HR specialist join us today to make sure we got
Mr.
some good
Aaron
information
Black,
for you
thank
guys.
very much.
So again, thank you for stopping by with us, and in the next big update we have, we'll get you back. We'll get some things explained and kind of go from there.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed being here. Have a great weekend, everyone.
You too. You guys do the same. Guys, be careful out there. Stay safe.
So we appreciate everybody joining us. Again, if you have any questions, comments, and concerns, please leave them in the comments after the video. I try to read those every so often to make sure I can get that stuff updated. Any major questions for HR, don't forget to email hr@tpcsecurity.com and get those out there. Daily Pay does have that direct contact as well, so you guys can reach out to them if you do have that, and they'll help you get stuff situated. So again, we appreciate everybody stopping out, and we appreciate Aaron for being our first guest and helping us get this stuff going. So we appreciate it. Everybody have a phenomenal weekend. Stay hydrated, stay cool, and we'll see you guys next time. Thanks.
Monday, right? Monday, too.